Why were Aztec populations so vulnerable to European diseases? Imagine a world where new illnesses arrive without warning, sweeping through populations and changing history forever. When the Spanish arrived in the early 1500s, they brought with them diseases that the Aztec people had never seen before. These illnesses, like smallpox, measles, and influenza, were common in Europe but completely unknown in the Americas. Because the Aztecs had no prior exposure, their immune systems couldn't fight off these new threats. This lack of immunity made them extremely vulnerable to rapid and deadly outbreaks. The Aztec Empire was a large and densely populated civilization. Their cities, especially Tenochtitlan, had hundreds of thousands of people living close together. This meant diseases could spread quickly from person to person. The extensive trade routes across central Mexico also helped carry these illnesses from one community to another. Once the diseases entered the population, they spread like wildfire, infecting many in a short period. The timing of the outbreaks was especially devastating. The epidemic that hit between 1520 and 1521 coincided with a period of war and upheaval. The Aztecs were already fighting the Spanish invasion, and suddenly many of their leaders, warriors, and common people fell ill. This sudden loss of key figures weakened their social and military structures, making it harder to resist the invaders. The diseases not only killed many but also created chaos and disorganization within the society. This situation was made worse because the Aztecs had no natural defenses against these diseases. Unlike Europeans who had been exposed to similar illnesses for centuries and developed some immunity, the Aztecs had no such protection. Their immune systems had never encountered these pathogens, so the diseases spread unchecked. This demographic collapse reduced their population by as much as half in some areas, leaving them vulnerable and unable to fight back effectively. From a broader view, this tragic vulnerability shows how contact between continents had unintended consequences. The arrival of Europeans brought not only new technologies and ideas, but also deadly diseases that decimated entire populations. Despite this, the Aztec people showed resilience by preserving parts of their culture and history even after such losses. Their story highlights how disease played a key role in shaping the history of Latin America and the entire region. In short, the Aztec populations were so vulnerable to European diseases because they had no immunity. The diseases spread rapidly through their crowded cities and trade routes, and the outbreak struck during a time of social and military crisis. This combination led to a demographic collapse that significantly contributed to the fall of the Aztec Empire and the transformation of Mesoamerican civilizations.